Okay, guys, welcome back to the Negozju podcast. This time we're here, season three. For those of you who have been following me for the past year, we've been linking up with the Malta startup community and meeting with the most talented entrepreneurs on the island. We're now going global and exploring a space that I'm extremely passionate about. Over the past year, I've been serving digital nomads that are applying for the Nomad visa for Malta, as well as businesses seeking to leave their mark inside of the decentraland. Throughout this time, it has become obvious that NFTs and crypto are revolutionizing the tools available to digital nomads. Here with us today, we've got the well-known digital nomad influencer who goes by the name of Olumide. Olu is the founder of the Digital Nomad Summit and the Digital Nomad Week. He's a prolific entrepreneur with an extensive worldwide network. Today, we'll be discussing his latest venture, the Digital Nomad Islands, an NFT-enabled tropical paradise that is dropping at the end of September. Welcome, Olu.
Thank you so much, brother. Yeah, that's a long, such a nice introduction, man. I'm so grateful. It's an honor to be on your show.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it was really good to meet you. We met just about a month ago on LinkedIn, and since then you've been posting so much about this new digital nomad islands that you have going on. It sounds so exciting, and I'm really looking forward to hearing more about it from you directly.
Yeah, I'm so excited to share because it's everything's happening fast for us, and it's an opportunity in this space in blockchain and with NFTs that are going crazy right now in every vertical possible. So I thought it was a chance for me to jump in and really use it for something for good and to build a special community. So I look forward to sharing more about it as we speak a little bit.
It's great. So where did the idea actually come from? Has it been brewing for a while, or?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I wanted to build my own sort of community anyway, of digital nomads, the traditional co-living, co-working space. I just felt I'm based in Bali, so I felt that, being someone that's well networked in the community, why not start my own thing, and start attracting people from around the world to a place like Bali. But when I thought about it a little further, I thought about it as an opportunity to go outside of sort of mainly highly populated areas like Bali, like a big city, to go have our own entire island. And when I saw the opportunity to do it with an NFT, I thought it was a perfect moment. So that's why I jumped in so quickly, and we launched this thing in about 6 weeks of a lot of work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. So super excited for our launch in about 32 days, 33 days.
That's great. That's great. So, what is the digital nomad island, and how is an NFT kind of making it different to just going to a resort on a beach?
Yeah, for us, we're turning into our own private island. It's a place where like-minded people, whether it's investors, entrepreneurs, creatives, people who see themselves as global citizens, no matter what your skill is, we're welcoming everybody to an island where we can network, where we can create social cause projects. And there's a lot of people that I notice around the world that I notice people were posting as well, like, where's the world going to? And with all these restrictions, how can we deal with and create opportunities for us to deal with each other in a controlled environment? So that's kind of why we're in the situation we are,
That's it. That's it. So, as far as I've been following, you've acquired a private island and you're releasing a number of NFTs that people can purchase. Once they purchase this NFT, it gives them membership in the place, or it gives them access to the island.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're doing is membership tokens or access tokens. So it's you would say it's more of a ticket to a concert or a movie theater, but to a private island. It's the baseline thing that you need to get on the island and to become a community member. You can akin it to like a community membership fee, but it's really a one-time fee. But because of NFTs, we're able to turn it into a token to where you can purchase it now, become a member, and you can even resell it later and benefit from residual income if anytime the NFT is resold. So I wanted to be in a place where we could launch quickly and we didn't have to do something like offer any sort of security, anything related to real estate, because there's so many regulations around that, especially for American citizens. So I thought to myself, how do you make something accessible to everybody, affordable, right? At least at the lower end of it, to let people be able to become a member of this private island. So we have 5,000 NFT tokens available to our founding members. So if you are one of the 5,000 lucky people, you'll be the only one to know where this secret island is, where our private island is. We'll have a way of communicating, which I haven't shared yet, with our community, to where you have the coordinates, the ability to arrive safely on the island. And to be real with everybody, be a part of the building phase of investing in either land tokens, so you can actually buy land through NFTs, and or property tokens. So that the way that we're using the NFTs is to actually purchase tangible pieces of land as well. So we're going to eventually create a metaverse. And I know I don't want to go too meta with everybody, but metaverse, but we're going to create a metaverse or a virtual environment and interactions between our members online virtually, but it's going to coordinate with, as I've just said, being able to purchase land and build. So it's a huge task. You know, this is not something you wake up, roll out of bed and say, oh, this is easy. I know what kind of task I have and we have ahead of us, but I'm fully confident with these technologies that these are ways to solve issues, whether socially or community building, that allow us to do things we've never been able to do before.
That's amazing. It's amazing. And as you mentioned, it's a huge task. You know, something that's it's quite difficult for just one person alone to take care of. How do you have people collaborating with you on this? How's it working out?
Absolutely. As you mentioned, you know, being someone who's networked really well in remote work, with a lot of startup entrepreneurs, with investors, I have a good team and good support. That's probably why I'm not too stressed out, because the task is tall, but I have a backing of some of the most amazing people in the world, leaders in digital nomadism, some of the biggest influencers, guys and girls that have been doing this for 10, 15 years before there was even a name. Everybody's backing me. Everybody says, I've got your back. We're going to invest. We're going to work with you. We're going to purchase the NFT. And I'm like, oh, thankfully, okay, I just put all my savings and life into this project. I hope this works out. So I'm thankful to say that all your favorite influencers and remote work leaders, they're my friends, and we're all a family. And I welcome everybody to join us. And I have the best support that I can have, to be honest.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And when it comes to, you know, bringing in a community into something like this, is it going to be exclusively for digital nomads, or could it be something that people who just want to, you know, spend 1 month abroad and the rest of the time back home?
Yeah, it's open to anyone who sees themselves as a global citizen. If you're 67, you're watching this in Arkansas, Mississippi, you're watching this in Texas, you're watching this anywhere, South Africa, Nigeria, wherever, Serbia, Czechoslovakia. It doesn't matter. If you have a mindset,
Malta,
right? Malta. Let me not forget, everybody, Malta. You have a heart of a global citizen. You love other human beings. You have a passion for entrepreneurship, for creating, for connecting with other human beings. You want to be part of this community. I welcome you with open hands. There's no requirement. Of course, digital nomads have more tendencies to work online and move around a little bit more because we can create income online. But from age 18 to 99, you are welcome to come to the island. And we'll have families as well. We have people who have families, and we welcome everybody who sees and feels in alignment with creating a community that is building something special and being able to use your skills and learn, connect. Just come. We're welcoming everybody. There's no exclusions.
That's it. And of course, you have organized a physical event for nomads in the past. On this site for the Digital Nomad Islands, it's also mentioned that there's going to be some sort of festival. Does it tie in any way with what you've already done?
That's a bonus right there. So, you guys may have seen, you ladies and gentlemen may have seen Gary Vaynerchuk's VFriends. He built in some of his token, allowing you to attend his conference in next year. And I said to myself, wait a second, I've already been doing conferences, summits virtually and in person and meetups. And why don't we build in a utility around community through a festival? So yes, everyone who also purchases a NFT token will also get a VIP. Like there's going to be regular tickets, then you have the VIP. There's VIP passes to a future digital nomad festival after 2023. Obviously, with things going on around the world, we want to plan and we want to be ready. But you'll also get a VIP pass to the largest gathering of digital nomads in the world, which will, as said in our terms and how we build out this opportunity, either it will be on the actual island or it will be a central place where we can invite other people, friends, family, connections, networking. People can come together in a specific area, and we want to make it accessible to others as well. But the VIP, my VIPs are my community and the people that I'll be taking care of for the rest of my life, conceivably.
That's great. That's great. So of course, roadmaps are something that people love to check out and hear about. Would you like to maybe share a bit about how you see it going step by step and maybe the biggest challenges along the way that you need to overcome?
Absolutely. That's a good question. I was just working on that today, and we have a network of all the different partners that are helping along to make this thing work. And our roadmap is pretty simple. The first step is obviously identifying our core members, our community. And then January 1st, 2023 is when the island will become open to our core members, meaning I have about a year to help develop the baseline civilization on this island. And it's not going to be, guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to be like, what's the name of this guy? Castaway, where, you're wearing, like, it's not going to be this kind of, like, we're moving fast. I see myself as someone that likes to do quality in a very good amount of time. We're basically working with one of the best eco development companies in the world, in my opinion, to develop homes, eco homes, cabins, fast but efficiently and very eco-friendly, so that by January 1st, 2023, we'll have a baseline of food, shelter. We're going to have Wi-Fi. I always joked about all I need is Wi-Fi. I go sleep in a hut, but to give you guys good news, you won't be sleeping in a hut. You'll be in a quality, eco-friendly cabin. And basically January 1st, 2023, we'll have the baseline of cabins on the shores of this island so that we can welcome our first citizens, our first community members. In terms of a timeline after this, because as I said, it is a real estate play in the long term of allowing people to be able to buy land and build on our large island. Our goal is to then assemble a team of developers and people who are going to help us develop different elements of this actual island. So we want to have a health center and a place where people can go for fitness, for taking care of their health. We want to have sports. We want to have people be able to build their own villas and larger establishments. And basically from 2023 is when we open that up. So the land is going to be ready for development. And after the first initial, citizens or community members arrive, then we open it up to allow them after that to develop their piece, either buying land and or being able to build on the land. So I see it as I like simplicity. I don't want to peg in by this time this will be built. We want a baseline of a community, and we want to communicate with our members and our core community, say, what do you want to do? I don't want to take it the traditional path of this is what's going to go. This is like, we want to get the core community members together and then decide together, what would you like to do? What are you guys interested in doing? If you want to use some land tokens and some building tokens, is a rudimentary idea of what we want to do, but we're going to have 5,000 people, hopefully, to be able to communicate with on what sort of access, once they've gotten there, that they want. Now, one thing to keep in mind is it's not free to be on the island after you have access tokens. We will have people have the ability to rent homes and apartments. And basically we'll have something built ongoing so that people can start populating the island, but they will have to pay. This is an access token to the island so that you can get there. But when you check into the bed and breakfast or to your beach house, there is a cost associated with that. So I just want to make that clear as well, just so everybody knows. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, on that note, it feels like purchasing the NFT is like obtaining a passport to some new country, almost in a way. And I think on the site you also mentioned that there's going to be a DAO, so this could also be thought of as a bit of a social experiment. And can a private community govern itself, and what will be the result of that?
Yeah, I wanted to put that in there as a future vision because a lot of people ask me, "Are you starting a country?" And I was like, "Yes and no. Like we're not really starting a country, but what I know is when you get a community together, it's a beautiful thing to be able to have everybody participate, give their opinion. And yeah, the DAO is centered around how can we get people to collaborate better, and even with the technologies like building on current technologies that are very rudimentary, how do we learn from this so we can set an example for other communities that are springing up? Because I'm not the only one doing this. I know other people who have their own communities or they're working with local governments to build out their own initiatives. And I just wanted to include the DAO because I see it as the future and letting people vote and choose what happens in their community. I just thought that was so important. And I've been studying governments now and structured society. And I don't want to necessarily, people ask me, I don't want to compete to start a government or do anything crazy off the grid. Like I want to cooperate with governments. I want to connect with these officials and leaders and say, how can we help you? How can we create, for example, with the NFTs, how can we create value for local communities? Maybe a percentage, what we're doing is 10% of residuals are going, and royalties, whatever happens for resales of the NFTs and even the land tokens or the build tokens will be going to local charities and social causes. So we want to build in value for the local and surrounding communities in this first island and in every other future island after, because we want to do this justice. We want to have distributed islands around the world where people can go privately to relax, to work, and live. But we don't want to necessarily, I want to make it clear too, we're not running away from government and we're not trying to avoid taxes or something like that. Yes, in certain regions, there's going to be certain rules that are beneficial, that are not, but we just want to create a place where people have better control over their life situation outside of the Western and really main sort of matrixy type living, just to be real.
Yeah, I think those are important points to mention because it does feel like it's own thing happening, like kind of, and you're creating an ecosystem, a community inside the country.
Right.
Olu, if there's anything you'd like to mention more about the Digital Nomad Islands project, please go ahead. But one thing I noted is that from your LinkedIn, your first kind of listing is just 2017 or 2018. So it seems like a lot has been happening over the past few years. Well, how did you get to position yourself to where you are? What was happening before that? And
yeah, I grew up, I was born in Nigeria. From age 0 to 6, I lived in Nigeria. From 6 to 13, I lived in the United Kingdom. And then we immigrated to America from age 13. I went to university. I had 2 master's degrees. I almost did a PhD. I did everything I was supposed to, right? Just like religious, Pentecostal Nigerian kid. I was very, I don't know if we talk about these open topics on here. I was a virgin until I was 27. I was very afraid of the outside world. I didn't have friends. And when I became the version of myself I am today, I said, I'm going to do anything I can now to get out in the world. I started networking. I used to create events in Los Angeles and San Diego, California, where I did my master's degree. And I started to attract different types of people, high level people. And I noticed like, this is making my life better. So I said to myself from then, whatever happens after this, like around 2016, 2017, I'm going to create communities of high level people who want to make the world a better place. So I started traveling. I went to Germany. I went to Mexico. I went back to Germany. And then I returned to Mexico one last time. And I said, where's a good place to move? I used to see people online talk about Bali, people on Instagram, of course, the Instagrammable people. And I said, let me go there. And that was about 3 years ago when I came to Bali. And the rest is history. I started to just build out my name around this digital nomad niche. And I said, everybody's like, oh, it's for broke people with backpacks. I said, no, I'm not broke with a backpack anymore. I'm evolved. And I know there's other people out there like me. So we started building events around, creating wealth, around like, investors. And I wanted to reshape the way that people view digital nomads. So I bought every domain related to digital nomads. I own every major domain and IP around this. A lot of people don't know this. If you're watching this now you know. Too late. I basically bought like it's thousands of dollars. Like, and I sometimes I sit here just like I've just invested massively into digital nomad islands, and I know it will be worth it. And I know that people are paying attention. I'm grateful for you and people who are giving me great compliments and reinforcement, because now it seems that things are paying off in that short time. Because of the investment I made is why things in a short time, even as 4 or 5 years, is seeming like it's returning like crazy returns. And now even more, I see that coming, because I've invested all my efforts into branding myself in this area, creating value for people. And that's how I was able to move so fast. So I encourage everybody who's in a specific niche or expertise, like create something, a niche, stick to it. If you love it, if you really, really are passionate about it, if community is my thing, my gift, networking is my gift, going all in on it didn't generate money in the beginning at all. And even now it's a place where I'm now getting to that. And I see that with this NFT. But that's how I was able to do it. Just complete focus and dedication to one niche, and not caring about anything except for moving forward and growing,
Yeah, I do. I think that was a real nice story that I'm sure a lot of people out there would actually connect with, and I hope it inspires some people to just say, fuck it, let's do it.
A lot of people have been saying, fuck it, let's do it. Just quick example, a friend of mine in Netherlands just moved to Cape Verde, because he said, listen, I sold my gym. I've been trying to sell it because COVID happened and it's challenging. And he said, listen, because of you, because I've seen all the things you've been doing, just encouraging people, sharing people what's possible. Bro, I just sold my gym. My stuff is being packed and being sent to Cape Verde right now. I bought a small boat and I'm happy about life. I'm ready to start a new life. And that kind of stuff touches my heart, because I want to be humble, but like, it's hard to not get emotional when people tell me that, and I hope I inspire people, even if this NFT project for something like, I know I've inspired people and I've changed lives, and that's all I want, is to just continue to inspire and create community where people feel safe and loved. And if I can do that, then I've achieved all my goals,
Yeah, man, it's a nice way to end off. I think we can keep it here. Thank you again for joining us, and thanks for all the advice you've given me over the past few weeks and the productive chats we've had. Personally, to my people in Malta, we come from a small island. The world is big, but the internet makes it just so easy to meet up with people from all over the world. I just Olumide, as you know, is this prolific entrepreneur, and he was just one DM away. So get out there, look for your niche, and speak to people. So it's let's do it.
Thank you. Look out for your time, brother.
Cheers, bro. Thank you. All right.